Hey, what's up guys, it's John Belcher here in my backyard once again. Just had to shoot this powerful video for you. A lot of times I just come back here to meditate, to envision things, and just to basically feel high positive energy so that I can take action the way I need to have success and results like that. So this is my little hangout spot and stuff and whatnot, but I'm sick and tired of it, right? I'm sick and tired of people being lied to. I'm sick and tired of people in this world being deceived. I'm just sick and tired of people being misled, right? And part of the reason why I do what I do is to lead people in the right direction and help you to find your way and help you to find your power and embark on a journey that will empower you and help you to be greater. But I'm just sick and tired of some things that people believe and some things that people may have told you growing up, right? From a young child, maybe in your family, you've been told some of these lies and you've been misled to think some of these things. But I'm gonna prove to you the facts, right? What it really is. And if there's anybody out there who's gonna be real with you, who's gonna be 100% truthful with you about business, about life and stuff like that, I don't care who's out there telling you BS information, I'm always gonna keep it 100% real. Sometimes people don't like it, right? Sometimes people get offended by it. Sometimes people feel, you know, they hate me for it. But at the end of the day, at least I'm being truthful, at least I'm being honest, and me being honest is the only way that you can get set free, right? You can't be set free unless you know the truth. Now, I'm just sick and tired of people looking at online business, just looking at opportunity as with this microwave mentality, right? This mentality of, you know, the short perspective, right? The short-term vision or the short-term goal. And a lot of times we look at online business and opportunities like MCA, for example, or any other opportunities or whatever, and we expect it to be like something like, you know, I'm gonna do it today and maybe I'll do it next month or whatever. But I'm being honest with you guys, if you want success, if you truly want to change your life, if you truly want to change your circumstances, it's gonna take work, right? It's going to take work. And the person who's gonna have the most success is the person who has the vision for the long term. The person who's in the game for the long haul, right? That's the person that's gonna have the most success because they're not just looking at it as a hobby, right? They're not just looking at this as like a thing just to play around with, right? There are people who getting started into business and they don't bullshit around, right? And they get the results they want because they're taking action and they're not taking it for a joke, right? A lot of times we're in a situation in our life where we want to change things for our family, right? We want to change things for our parents. We want to change things for our kids. But the truth of the matter is, before that can happen is you gotta boss up. You just have to boss up. You have to find the strength within you to persevere and push past whatever problems you may be facing in your life, right? Whatever circumstances you may be in that does not define you, you gotta have it within you to boss up, to realize that, look, it is gonna take work for me to accomplish the dreams that I want, for me to accomplish financial freedom, for me to accomplish being able to wake up when I want, to do what I want, right? To not have an alarm clock waking me up, to not having a boss. The fact of the matter is, it's just gonna take work to do that stuff, right? That's just the facts of it, right? And I wish there was another way to explain that, but you know, I feel like there's nothing more courageous and nothing more gratifying than watching a person who's willing to change their family's life. You know, watching a person who's willing to change their circumstances, a person who's not just in their circumstance accepting it, but a person who's saying, you know what, I'm in this situation I don't like, but I'm gonna do something about changing it. Oh man, there's nothing more sexy than that, right? There's nothing more sexy than a person who has that drive, who has that commitment to say, look, no matter what, no matter how long it takes, I'm gonna take action and I'm gonna be consistent in changing my life, right? Because just think about it for a second. Look, you got plenty of millionaires out there, successful people, right? Making a lot of money as entrepreneurs, creating their own income. Number one, what that proves to you is that it's possible, number one. So there's no excuse for why it's not possible for you. It proves that it's possible, number one. But number two, the main important thing about that is, do you think that the people who became millionaires stopped doing what allowed them to become a millionaire? Of course not. They're still doing it, right? It doesn't ever end. Success is a long-term commitment. It's not let me start on my success journey today and give up, you know, in a month or next year or something like that. No, success is a lifelong, life-term commitment that, look, every single day I'm gonna move in my power. Every single day I'm gonna move in my greatness. Until you can face that and be okay with the process and fall in love with the fact that you have to make a life-term life-term commitment to accomplish the lifestyle that you want, until you're okay with that, you're never going to experience the success you deserve. You're never going to experience financial freedom. You're never going to experience the abundance of not having to worry about how the bills are going to get paid and stuff like that. I mean, it's obvious. You know, you see most people around, just use simple observation. I don't really listen to what people say, just what people say, right? I don't really listen to it all the time because I know it's a lot of hype out there and it's a lot of BS information out there, but I just observe. I use simple observation. I look at the people around me, what's going on in the world, and that's how I make my decision on how I want to do what I want to do or how I want to act, right? And when you observe most of the world, to be honest with you, are struggling. And most of the world actually have a job. Think about that. Most of the world is struggling, and most of the world also has a 9-to-5 job. Isn't that interesting? Most of the world is struggling, behind on bills, they're in debt, not financially free, and they have a job, right? So really and truly, are 9-to-5 jobs the way to success, happiness, and freedom? Is it really? When you really think about it, just by simple observation, right? I said on a call, in the United States alone, the average income is about $40,000 a year, right? And the only difference between the person making $40,000 a year compared to the person who's making $250,000 a year is the person who's making $250,000 plus a year as their own boss, right? As their own boss, is they made a decision to boss up, right? They made a lifelong decision to boss up, right? They didn't just trample over opportunities. No, they seen an opportunity, they took advantage, and they made a decision that no matter what, I'm gonna make this opportunity change my life. No matter what, I'm gonna make this different thing that I'm now doing in my life to allow me to change my situation. Because let's just be honest about it. If you're in a situation that you don't like, right, that you hate, that you're upset about, that you know you deserve better, doesn't it make sense to do something that you don't like, that's gonna actually change the situation, right? And what I mean by that is this. If I'm going to work every day, let's say I'm going to work like how I was at my security job, right? Going to work every day, just knee-jerking my way through life, just going to work just for a paycheck, right? And I want to change, and I realize at some point, this is not enough money for me, right? Or I realize at some point, this is not what I'm worth. I can do so much more out there, right? When I get to that point, common sense should tell me that if I want to change that for myself, there has to be something different that I have to do to give me a different result, right? And that's just common sense. That's just obvious. You know, if something's going on that you don't like and it's been going on, you have to do something different to get a different result, right? So I could have been like, all right, I could have been like, either I'm going to stay stuck in that situation and not do anything different about it, right? And when business opportunity comes across my desk, I totally ignore it, right? And totally throw it off the desk. Or I could be smart and I could be like, most people aren't, right? Most people don't really think like this. I can look at the business opportunity. I can say, look, yeah, it may cost me some money. Yeah, it may be a little investment, but what I'm gonna gain, right? The experiences that I'm gonna gain from this, right? The success that it's gonna allow me, right? The life change the situation that I'm in is gonna be changed if I take advantage of this opportunity. Now I'm looking at this in an empowered, bossed up way, right? Because I'm not erasing the fact that I'm in a situation that I don't like. I'm acknowledging that. But not only that, is that you gotta respect the person who's willing to do whatever it takes to change that, right? Everybody can be in a situation and just keep going on and every single day with their situation. Most people do that and they never actually change their situation. They never actually change because they're not willing to boss up. They don't have what it takes, right? They don't have that winner spirit. You gotta have that winner spirit and that winner drive if you want success. You gotta have it. It's a must have no matter what. And like I said, this video is going to be a little different than most videos I've done because I'm just going to be 100% real with you, whether or not you like it or not. And the truth is, those who are weak within and those who don't have it within them to persevere, those are the ones who lose out, right? Those who are the ones who miss out on a dream, right? Because if you have a dream and if you have a vision, and you're not actually willing to do anything to accomplish it, it's not a dream or a vision, it becomes a hallucination, right? What that means is that there's no intentions on actually it coming to true. It's just something that's in your mind and it's gonna stay in your mind. But the only way to change your situation is to have something in your mind that you know you need to change, but then actually do something to change it. You have to actually do something to change it, guys. So I've just been sick and tired of the lies in this industry. People see people making a lot of money, and they feel like there's nothing that needs to be done. They feel like they're just gonna join a business opportunity, not do shit at all, and make success and have results. But the truth of the matter is that's not how it works, right? And I'm gonna be 100% real with you. That's not how it works at all. It's gonna take you putting in the work. It's gonna take you grinding. It's gonna take you being serious. It's gonna take you looking in the mirror, realizing your greatness. It's gonna take frustrating nights. It's gonna take you feeling like you should give up. It's gonna take nights where you're gonna feel like you don't know what to do next. It's gonna take all of that stuff. Right? And the reason why it's going to take all of that stuff, because it's setting you up for the greatness that's on the other side of you taking action. It's setting you up for the greatness that's on the other side of the struggle you may be going through right now. And you have to understand that, and you have to respect that. The sooner you can understand, hold on, excuse me.